one tax return, your 1040, and then you do schedules. But another thing that's important to know is that you also need to be filing self-employment tax if it is applicable to you. A lot of times individuals who have LLCs, we just focus on filing those federal income taxes, but you also may be responsible for filing self-employment tax. And generally, if you are in a active engagement of business, then you're going to be filing a self-employment tax. If you are having an LLC where it's like a passive type holding, then that may be investment holding, that may be a different situation. You may not have to file self-employment tax, but you got to make sure you're doing, the federal income tax, self-employment tax, which they deduct, your Social Security, they deduct Medicare. So those are the things, and they deduct each of them within their respective percentage to equal up to what your self-employment tax will be. So you're paying your federal income tax, and then you're paying your self-employment tax that reflects the Social Security and Medicare that is owed. It's just like when you work for a company, and if you work for a company, you get a W-2. They're taking out the federal, but then you also see what they're deducting for Social Security, Medicare. It's the same thing when you own your business, you're responsible for that as well. There is some information online. I would try to post the link where you can go check to see how much you may owe in your self-employment tax. You got to in state taxes. So you got to look at tax as a holistic thing. A lot of us don't think about that. And another thing I want to touch on too is sometimes people say they want to form an LLC because of the flow-through taxation. They could possibly ask some of those questions I mentioned earlier, and everything they answer fit more towards something else, like a corporation. But they say, no, I'm not going to do a corporation because I don't want that double taxation. I don't want to be taxed at the entity level, whatever the company make, and then turn around and be taxed for whatever dividends paid out